Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about EA's Motive creative director Roman Campos-Oriola and the senior producer Philippe Ducharme talk about the next Battlefield's campaign in an interview, some new Battlefield 6 leaks suggesting a server browser has been data mined, Commander mode might be making a return, Battlefield free-to-play, and even a Spectator mode potentially returning in Battlefield 6. Let's jump right into things. As always, thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch the videos. If you do enjoy them, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and come by the streams. I stream every single day at twitch.tv/enders and on this very YouTube channel as well. I'll start off by talking about what we heard about the next Battlefield's campaign. This is definitely the biggest thing we've heard about the campaign so far, barring its reveal, hopefully very soon, Battlefield. We would all love a reveal very soon, I'm sure of that. Apparently, the next Battlefield's campaign is inspired by a 2024 film called Civil War and an American spy thriller television series called Lioness. This is what EA's creative director on the project had to say, quote, "The elements we're really interested in is the concept of talented but ordinary people put in extraordinary situations. That creates a very interesting dynamic in terms of relationships with other people. These are elements we're looking to capture in the single player." After that statement, the producer, Philippe Ducharme, had this to say about it, quote, "Dead Space allowed us to know the quirks and strengths that we all have and how we complement each other as a team. We talked a lot about the curve of tension, how to go beat to beat, having the highs and lows to keep players hooked, and even play with their expectations a little bit. It obviously very different in a game like Battlefield, but we still brought that mentality over." So, okay, so far so good based off of what we're hearing, but then I looked under the comments on the tweet when the official Battlefield account tweeted this article, and apparently people were complaining about, like, them going quote-unquote woke with the campaign, and people complaining about something with women and all this stuff. And then I took a closer look in the article, and it looks like Motive has a pretty strong chance of fumbling this campaign by just doing shit that nobody asked for. If you do take a look at the comments under the tweet, you will see people complain about the things they're basing the campaign off of and claiming they're, woke and DEI and cringe and shit and all this stuff. So people have a very mixed reception for this campaign announcement, and we'll have to see what actually happens with it. But you guys know me, I don't really care about the campaign. Personally, I know a lot of people are excited for the campaign, and a lot of people view having a campaign in the next Battlefield as having a feature-complete AAA release, and I totally understand that. But I've personally never played Battlefield for the campaign, but that doesn't mean I don't want it to succeed. I do hope the campaign blows our expectations completely out of the water, and maybe it'll even suck me in to play it. But I don't know about that. It has to be pretty insane for me to play that, considering I'm playing Doom the Dark Ages and Oblivion right now. Gonna be hard to pry me off of those games. Up next, we have some new Battlefield 6 leaks. I'm not going to show these leaks on screen. I apologize for that. I know some people are going to be disappointed, but I have to take precautions as a content creator, just so EA doesn't, nuke the entire channel. But who knows? Maybe they'll do that anyway. So, apparently, Commander mode has been data mined, or this is what this is suggesting at least. The leak says that Commander mode has been mentioned, and I will link these into the description if you do want to take a look at them. It says there are different parameters like join as commander, is commander, commander mode enabled. So it sounds like different parameters for maybe server customization. That's just my speculation on that. On top of that, a free-to-play mode is actually mentioned in these data mines. It mentions BF experience _ free to play. Maybe this is referring to the Battle Royale. A lot of people are speculating the Battle Royale is confirmed to be free to play, so that could be what this is. Then the next thing has Reddit up in arms right now. A lot of people are kind of losing their minds over this because they think this confirms a server browser, but I'll tell you what I think this confirms. Apparently, quote, "There are server modes for BF3/4, and they include private, ranked, unranked, and official." People are saying this is suggesting there's a server browser in the game, and I don't know. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. If I were a betting man, I would say that Portal is going to be the only mode in the next Battlefield that features a server browser. I'd be very, very surprised to see them return to a server browser-based system for the base game of Battlefield 6. But something that is also mentioned that I really hope they return to is Spectator mode. Yes, Spectator mode might have been Datamined, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you right now, I've been wanting Spectator mode to come back ever since we lost it after Battlefield 5. Unfortunately, 2042 did not have Spectator mode, and as a result, we lost so much content, so many funny moments. You know, we don't get to spectate the specimens, dude. It's tragic. But apparently, this leak is pointing towards, quote, Spectator mode with first-person and third-person views, free camera, and photo mode in general. I really hope this turns out to be true. Spectator mode is just one of those Battlefield things that I feel as though needs to come back. Battlefield just doesn't feel correct without it. Anyone else agree with me? Let me know in the comment section. And lastly, just some small things to wrap up this leak in particular. Apparently you can die to a gas grenade. I don't know why they mention that in this, but you can die to gas grenades. Hopefully that's wrong. I don't fucking like gas grenades, okay? Get that out of my game. And lastly, the other thing that has people suggesting that this is a Datamined server browser is apparently, quote, servers have settings for changing sides at a new round and several rounds on one map and mode. On top of that, there was also potential server renting options Datamined, like server rented as the server description. So if you rent a server, that's, I guess, what the game describes in the engine as server rented. Then there's server browser filter, server browser favorites, and server browser history. Again, if I were a betting man, I would say this is probably relating to Portal, but maybe DICE saw the light. You know, maybe, just maybe, they actually put a server browser in the base game. Wouldn't that be something, ladies and gentlemen? After, like, I don't know, a decade of people begging for it, they finally did it? Wouldn't that just be incredible? I know. Absolutely brutal expectations. And that's one thing, actually, I wanted to talk about. Have you guys noticed that there hasn't been a Battlefield pre-release fuck-up yet? Or at least not one that I would consider to be as damaging as the Battlefield 2042, you know, it's a love letter to the fans, it's ahead of schedule, those sort of statements, right, that are just made into memes immediately after people found out that 2042 was just a steaming pile of dog shit. I don't think they've made any just damaging statements yet about this next Battlefield game. They're managing to stay pretty tight-lipped, and I think that's to their benefit. So that is going to wrap it up for this video, ladies and gentlemen. If you did enjoy it, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to follow more Battlefield 6 and Battlefield-related news, and of course, hit the follow button on my streams. I stream every single day, and I've done so for the past 7 years somehow. I think it's my 7-year streaming anniversary in about 2 days. So that's pretty cool. Thank you guys for sticking along for that journey, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Tank right there!